Hi everyone and welcome back to Dev Portal. Today we are going to address an important topic in PostgreSQL, managing sequence to prevent insert failures. Specifically, we will discuss how to handle situations where the sequence value is out of sync with the data in the table. By the end of this tutorial, we will come to know how to reset a sequence to ensure smooth insert operations. Let's get started. So before coming to the problem, first let's discuss what is a sequence in PostgreSQL. A sequence in a PostgreSQL is a special database object used to generate unique numeric values, often for auto-incrementing primary key columns. When we define a column as a serial, Postgres automatically create and associate a sequence with that column. Here in this screen you can see I have used serial for employee ID column, meaning PostgreSQL automatically assign a value from a sequence for each new row. So to demonstrate that, let me run this query. So you can see table got created, and here I have not used the schema, so by default it will create under public schema. So let me refresh this schema, and if I open this and if I go to the tables section, so you can see employees table is reflecting here, and if I go to the SQL, so you can see here sequence got generated. So this sequence is employees underscore emp underscore id seq. Now let's come to the problem. Imagine this scenario where our employees table already have 10 records with employee ID value ranging from 1 to 10. The sequence associated with the employee ID is set to start from 1 itself by default behavior. When we try to insert a new row in PostgreSQL, attempt to assign 1 as an employee ID value, which conflicts with the existing record. This results in the insert failure. Now you might be wondering why does this happens. The sequence gets out of sync with the actual data in the tables due to following reasons. One, that manually inserting row with the specific IDs, that I am inserting the record with the ID mentioning that I want to do. Second, restoring the data from the backup without resetting the sequence, that I have one backup table, and from that backup table I am moving the data to my main table, but after completing that operation I forgot to reset the sequence. Next, deleting row and not resetting the sequence. Suppose you have 10 records, 5 records you have deleted. Now whenever you are trying to insert the new value, it will try to insert the 11th value, but ideally you should reset the sequence so that you can save those extra values which you have missed, that is from 6 to 10. So now before coming to the problem, let me insert some of the records in the table that we have created. So I have already created one more table that is present in some other schema, that is the staff schema. You can see here I have one more schema, that is staff, and if I go to the tables, here as well I have the same table, that is employees. If I show you the select query here, select all from staff.employees, and if I run this query, we will see 10 records will come. So you can see total 10 records are there. Now what I'm going to do, I will move this data to my public.employees table. So for that I need to write insert query here. So I will write insert into, and I need to mention the table name, that is public.employees, and then I need to mention the values. So for that what I'm going to do, I need to mention the column name first. So let me write first name, or not first name, first I need to mention emp underscore id, then first name, and then last name, and I need to provide the values here. So I will write select emp underscore id comma first name comma last underscore name from staff dot employees. So if I run this query, what it is going to do, it will move all the data which is present in staff.employees table to public.employees table. Let me run the query. So you can see 10 rows inserted. So if I show you the records in the employees table that is present in public schema, select all from public.employees. If I run the query, so you can see 10 records are reflecting here. But if I go to the sequence, that is the employees, I think this is staff, so let me close this schema, and if I go to the sequence of this table that is under public schema, if I go to properties, if I go to definition, you can see the current value is 1. What does it mean? That if I am going to try to insert a new record, that insert will fail with the conflict. It will say that the primary key already exists in a table. So let me show you that as well. So I need to write again one more insert query, insert into public dot employees, and I need to mention the column name again. So let me write first underscore name and last underscore name, and then I need to mention the values, and first name will be Nakul, and let me mention the last name in single quotes. So if I try to run this query, the insert will fail, and you can see duplicate key value violation. Why? Because employee ID 1 already exists, that we know. If I run the query again, that is the select query, you can see at employee ID 1 Aman Tiwari already exists. So now let's see how we can resolve this problem. So first we need to identify the sequence associated with the serial column. So here the serial column is employee ID, and for this column the sequence is employees underscore emp underscore id underscore seq. If you don't know how the sequence name will get generated, then it will be like this. First will be the table name, then underscore will be there, or let me write table name together, table name, then underscore, then column name, and then underscore seq. So if I go to the SQL of this table as well, so you can see, so it will be same. First is the table name, then column name, and then underscore seq. So now we know this sequence we need to reset, but how? So the next step will be we need to find out the value which is present in the current sequence. So for that again we can either use the properties from the SQL, from the pgadmin, or what we can do, we can write here one SQL command, that is select, and I need to mention last underscore value from, and I need to mention the sequence name. So sequence is present in public schema dot employees underscore emp underscore id underscore seq. If I run this query, it will tell me the current sequence value, that is 1. Now what is the next step? We need to find out the maximum value that is present for employee id column in the employees table. So for that again we need to write one more query, that is select, and here I will use one function, that is max, and it will give me the max value that is present under employee id column from public dot employees table. So if I run this query, so you can see the max value here, it is 10. So it means the maximum value that is present under employee id column of public dot employees table, that is 10. So now it's time to reset the sequence. So what we need to do, we need to write one more query, that is I will write select, and here I will use one function, that is SETVAL, and here I need to provide the sequence name first in single quotes. So I will write public dot employees underscore emp underscore id underscore seq. That is my sequence name, and next I need to provide the value that I want to reset. So here we know the value is 10, but rather than providing the 10 here itself, I can just write this query. So I will copy this query, and here I will add brackets, and then I will paste this query. Now I just need to run this query here, and you can see the value got set to 10. So here what has happened, we have used the SETVAL function which will set the sequence to the specified value, and the subquery, that is select max employee id from employees, dynamically finds the current highest employee id value which is present in the table. So we have reset the sequence. Now to confirm that the sequence is now in sync with the table, we need to write one more query, that is select next val, and here I need to provide the sequence name. Let me copy it from here and let me paste it here. So let me run the query. If I run this query, you can see the next value is 11, and if I refresh this, or rather than refresh, if I go to the properties, if I go to the definition, here as well you can see the current value is 11 now. It should be 10, but because we have used the select query here, it has incremented to next value. So now if I try to insert the record which is got failed earlier, this query, it will work. So you can see one row got inserted, and if I run the query, that is the select query, we will see it has used the sequence that is 12. You can see here 11 is not there, but 12 is there with new record which we have inserted. So if you want that this record should come from 11, so for that what we can do, I can write one query here, that is the delete record. So I will write delete from public dot employees where employee underscore ID equal to 12. Let me delete the record and let me reset the sequence again. So it has reset to 10, and now if I insert the record, so row got inserted. Now if I run the select query, it will use 11th value, not the 12th. You can see. So now let's discuss when should we reset a sequence. First, when data has been imported from the table manually or through a backup restore that we have shown in this example. Then rows with primary keys has been deleted, creating gaps in the sequence that we just done, that we have deleted one record and again we have reset the sequence. And the last, the sequence is explicitly set to start at lower value than the existing data. Some best practices to avoid sequence related issues are: avoid manually inserting the values into a serial column unless it is absolutely necessary. Use sequences for primary keys to ensure unique and auto-generated IDs, and always reset sequence after data import or manual modifications to tables. To summarize, sequences are crucial for auto-incrementing columns like serial. Insert failure occur when a sequence is out of sync with the table's data. We can reset a sequence using SETVAL function to ensure smooth insert operations. In the next tutorial, we will dive into SQL basics with PostgreSQL, where we will explore CRUD operations in depth. Stay tuned for more PostgreSQL tutorial on Dev Portal. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment if you found this tutorial helpful, and I will see you in the next video.